Thank you very much. Right. Unfortunately, our ministerial delegation are going to shortly have to take leave, but whilst we do, I know we have some wonderful entrepreneurs from the Pitch program who are going to be sharing a little bit of insight, so please take the stage.
All right, good morning everyone, and welcome to the Pitch at Palace Showcase. Thank you, Your Royal Highness. Thank you, ministers. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Joe Escobedo, and without further ado, let's get started. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about each of your businesses and how you became involved in Pitch at Palace.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Aaron. I'm from a company called Vidi. What we do is we are a travel experience company. We help people find things to do when you travel, like tours, attractions, theme parks, anything you do after you land in the destination. So we got involved with Pitch at Palace shortly after we closed an initial seed round with an investor. And they said, hey, there's this thing called Pitch at Palace. It's coming to Malaysia, and you guys got to check it out. And I was like, what is this? You know, we just closed a round. You mean you want me to pitch again? and they said, yeah, why don't you check it out? And then the next question was, hey, this pitching event, there's no money involved. It's just to pitch. Why would anybody want to do this? And I guess this is a very Asian thing, right? We all like, no money, why, you know? And what we realized is that was not the case. I listened to my investor, and we did it anyway. One Pitch at Palace in Kuala Lumpur, and then went over to do Pitch at Palace Global in 2016. What we find is that it's been a transformative experience for us. After Pitch at Palace, we started talking with AirAsia and Tony Fernandez, and AirAsia has acquired a 50% stake in our business since that event. So it's been a really amazing ride for us.
All right.
All right.
Hi, I'm Andrew Foyle from a company called Miapi, and we're in the digital marketing space where we look for what we call social proof. So we're typically looking for user-generated content that helps our brands more effectively promote what they're doing. So rather than them saying, you'll have a great time coming to, let's say, the London Eye or Madame Tussauds as a couple of our clients, instead we're looking for people like you who have gone to Madame Tussauds or gone to the London Eye, taken some interesting photos, posted some interesting comments about it on social networks. We'll find that, we'll ask you if we can use that content, and then our brands can use it in their various assets like websites, email campaigns, everything like that on a fully consented basis. And for us, you know, Pitch has been a great experience. We did it back in 2015. We're one of the early companies in the process in the UK. And it's worth noting that although we were a finalist in Pitch, we weren't actually a winner the year that we did it. Yet, here I am sitting on a stage in Singapore speaking to all of you, and it shows the sort of the power of the community and the family that the Duke of York is trying to build with Pitch, where he's genuinely bringing the alumni together and getting us to network with all the various people involved. And again, similarly to your experience, I mean, we've just won a major contract with Unilever on a global basis, and I'm sure that some of that framework agreement has come out of the fact that we've been involved with Pitch and being able to network with people and so on. So, you know, if you've got businesses, and although there isn't money involved, you're right, everything else that comes with it significantly outweighs the fact that you're not going to get investment, but you're going to get a great network from it.
Hi everybody, I'm Adam Durant and I'm founder and chief executive of Satavia, and we are one of a new breed of decision intelligence companies, and our mission is to make aviation smarter. So what we do is we track the exposure of any aircraft anywhere in the world to contaminants like dust and air pollution during flights, and we work with engine manufacturers like Rolls-Royce and airlines to make maintenance planning more efficient and flight operations less expensive. So effectively, our technology is a virtual sensor. We use big data and advanced analytics And in the absence of actually having sensors on aircraft, we're able to quantify what an aircraft has been exposed to. And the reason I started this journey is probably everyone's got a story about volcanic ash and the Icelandic volcano that most people can't say its name, but it's Eyjafjallajökull. I ended up working with EasyJet and Airbus, and that set me off on this journey. But being a small fish in a large pond of corporates, it was very hard to actually get an audience with some of the large corporates, like Rolls-Royce, and so I entered Pitch at Palace. I was a finalist. I didn't actually make it to the final event, but that didn't matter because I was able to meet the Chief Technology Officer of Rolls-Royce. And then that set us off on a series of proof of concepts with them. Most recently, it's just been announced by the UK government. We're a partner on a project called DISA, funded by the Aerospace Technology Institute. It's a £7 million project focused on icing and how ice crystals pose a hazard to aircraft during flight, and so this is very pertinent for the region. So without Pitch at Palace, I wouldn't be here today either, and we certainly wouldn't be in the position that we're in terms of customer revenue and government support. So I encourage everybody to look up Pitch at Palace and get involved.
Hi, my name is Vaz. I'm the CEO Director of Credence Genomics. We are a clinical genomics testing company based out of Sri Lanka. And what we do is we take local and global healthcare problems and we build diagnostic tests that are accurate, fast, and cost-effective using the latest technology. We then use unique approaches to chemistry, machine learning and algorithms, and clinical application. We then franchise this out to partner labs across the region. We're in 2 countries now. And my story with Pitch is very interesting. I had just been invested by a healthcare consortia, and they said, why don't you try Pitch? And I said, just like Aaron here, why am I trying to do this now? And they said, no, go ahead. And no one even knows who you are outside this island. So I then sent in my application, and I went for a Pitch at Palace Commonwealth, so I think I'm the youngest of the alumni here. And then from that point on, we've had people asking us for looking at licensing and franchisee rights across various healthcare institutions. So it's been very good, a good experience. And as we were all talking about, it's more about the network and the alumni and being able to talk to each other and reach out to even the Pitch at Palace team when you want to talk to somebody. And it doesn't only end with the event, it keeps going on. And I'm personally very proud to be part of the alumni, and I'd encourage everyone to do it.
Hi, my name is Prask Sutton. I'm the chief exec of a company called Wi-Fi. What we've done is we've engineered and we continue to develop a relevancy engine which takes everyday digital experiences and it makes them contextually relevant and personalized. So I found out about Pitch because a lot of my peers in London, fellow entrepreneurs, were talking about it quite a lot. It's held in very high esteem, and I was part of an accelerator called Wyra, run by Telefonica. And a lot of the Wyra companies were applying to Pitch, and in cohorts previous to the one that I was a part of, they found it incredibly helpful, and as some of the chaps have said, transformative for their businesses. So as soon as it came along, and I felt that our company was at that sort of stage where we could really benefit from all of this network and everything that this network brings. I put myself forward and again got through to Pitch at the actual Palace, which in and of itself was an absolutely phenomenal experience.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. So a couple of you have mentioned that one of the advantages of Pitch is the network that you've been able to expose to. Maybe you can share some of the examples in which you successfully leveraged the network at Pitch.
Well, I can certainly say that as a result of going to our very first event when we went to St. James's Palace, so having gone through the sort of boot camp phase, the Duke of York's private secretary before the event said, is there anybody that's coming along that you'd like to meet? And she said that to everyone that was going. And I said, yeah, I listed a few people. And one of them was a person from Aberdeen Asset Management. And it turned out to be the CEO. So he's running the whole of Aberdeen Asset Management. As of that one meeting at Pitch, we basically agreed a deal there. We signed it within a few weeks, and that was worth, well, it was worth a lot of money to us commercially, but in terms of the PR value of saying we'd been working with Aberdeen Asset Management was significant, and that was the very first thing we were formally involved with at Pitch. So, straight away, right out of the box, we got a win from it.
Yeah, I can attest to that as well. Like, we had launched for a couple of months before we did Pitch, just about the PR story, and we'd been in several tech journals and publications, right? But the second we won Pitch at Palace, suddenly my grandmother knew what I was doing because we appeared in local papers and local TV, and it's because of the platform that's in. It really gets you that kind of like notoriety, and almost like people know, oh, you won Pitch at Palace, you went to St. James's Palace, you did the pitch there. So it kind of did that as well. And to the point of the network, really a lot of startups forget how important having a network is. I mean, it led us to AirAsia, and it led us to Tony and getting that deal done. When I was young, my dad would always tell me that being successful is not about what you know, it's about who you know. But as startups, we all forgot this. We think it's all about the VC fund and about the next round you're raising and about some clever digital marketing strategy. But really, Pitch actually gave us a platform to meet a whole bunch of people we never would have met otherwise.
Yeah, I could also add, I've been part of the Pitch at Palace journey as it's scaled up and gone global. And so as alumni, we get sometimes invitations to join events like this event here in Singapore. And so Satavia is in the process of now focusing on airlines, and we're trying to meet and work with friendly airlines. So I'm really hoping to meet Tony Fernandez if he's here. Yeah, we're trying to bring a new product to the airline market that could potentially offer a lot of value. And by being able to join these events, I've gone to the Middle East a couple of times. I've spoken to lots of airlines in the Middle East now. We've got meetings planned here in Singapore. So it's been really good for that kind of innovative product development.
And I think one of the important things is that even though you might go to Pitch and it's in a single country, this global network is absolutely amazing. And for our business, because we deal in personalization, there's a huge cultural bias. But I've had this amazing opportunity to meet fellow entrepreneurs who are working in similar spaces and who have an in-depth understanding of this sort of technology. And that's really fed into our business. And it would have probably taken us about another 2 or 3 years to get to the point where we are today if I didn't have that opportunity.
Yeah, and the Rolodex, I mean, we've had people writing that we did not even meet at the event because they'd heard about us or someone had passed on the message. And they'd even written from sometimes even government asking, because I'm in the testing business, how we can add value. And that's impossible to get when you just go in and look at just a straight VC type of approach.
Now, it sounds like there's tremendous value that you guys have gained from the program, and each of you are successful alumni in your own rights. So what are some of the advice you would give to other entrepreneurs taking part in Pitch at Palace?
I'd say it's the actual pitch itself is just the beginning. And once that initial event's over, for me, that's when the real value of Pitch at Palace and the network kicks in. And as people have said, the fact that we're all here today speaking to yourselves, it just shows the quality of the network and how transformative it can be for your business and turn you into a global player. So it really, the pitch at the beginning, as important as that is, it's just the beginning.
Yeah, and it is about, you get as much out of it as you put into it. I mean, if you're willing to put the effort in and engage with the Duke's office and the Duke's team for Pitch, then you will get a lot from it, and they're very willing, I would even say surprisingly willing to help. This is something they are very committed and serious about, and if you want a connection, the best thing is just ask.
And I think that the pitch itself, it being 3 minutes, makes you to condense your business in such a way that you provide the actual value to every listener. And sometimes it's a point of introspection when you're standing from that mirror, what do you want to deliver? So the pitch itself gives a lot of value to what you're trying to translate across.
Yeah, I remember I spent about 40 hours preparing my 3 minutes pitch. And of course, the most important part is the ask, and really thinking about what you would like to spend that ask on. And usually the best thing is just to ask for a very specific introduction to somebody you never thought that you'd ever be able to meet. Beyond the actual pitch, you stay engaged as alumni. You can actually start mentoring some of the other startups as they come through the program. So that actually is really rewarding as well.
Okay. Last question. What's your best advice for making the most out of the networking?
I'd say do your homework, and yeah, if you're looking to speak to specific people, then hunt them down and ask them specific questions. So if you put in that preparation, you'll get so much more out of it rather than trying to sort of maybe meet too many people and keeping it quite generic. So yeah, I think.
Yeah, when you get into Pitcher Palace, before the pitch, they give you a sheet of paper, and the sheet of paper has the people who are coming, like 300 of the top captains of industry, people very influential, possibly investors, possibly partners or customers even, who will be in the room. And every company, what you should do is just go through that list and do research, because after the pitch, that's when the social activity happens, the networking happens. And if you meet them for the first time and you don't know anything about them, that's kind of embarrassing and you don't really get the most out of it. So I think that's really important as well. And also make use of the alumni, because this network is great. We've never met each other before, like the last 2 days, but I mean, now we'll be friends for the next, God knows how many years, and we'll be in touch. And the people that were in Pitcher Palace Global that we met for the first time 2 years ago, a lot of us are still in touch. We're on Facebook, we ask each other for help. We say, hey, do you know this guy in this place? And they'll help connect you. So the whole experience of having this network of people is truly valuable. Yeah.
And I would echo both those things. I was going to say it's all about preparation. Okay. Yeah. The more you do before you get to an event to try and see who's going to be there, who you might try and want to connect with, the more successful you're going to be.
Yeah, just totally make the most of the opportunities that come your way. It's really what you put in is what you get out.
I concur with everybody. I think we all are on the same page on that.
So I think it's a good lesson for everyone in the audience. Make sure you do your homework. Make sure you do your prep work before you meet with potential partners, customers, and so on. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.